perfect fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We are all set to go, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Atlanta Falcons. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What off in Week 9. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. First play, here's Cousins. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Cousins on first down. That's down the field for Jefferson. And that is incomplete. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there. And that'll bring up second down. You talk about this Falcon defense. They are number 2 in the NFL against the run right now, Charles.
They've established themselves pretty well throughout this season. But, boy, what a competitive group of people. They do not like that ranking they have now because they think that they're better, and they're out to prove it again in this game.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Richie Grant. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. It's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A gain of 32 that time. First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points.
Drill 52. Edo blue. Blue strike. Ready.
Ritter from the gun. Touchdown! Drake London, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point by Cooper up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They go play action. Cousins. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
But they're certainly not giving much up to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
Ritter's throw taken in by London. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. This defense for the Vikings, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I have to say a very solid performance.
His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play. The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Okay,
here's
ready?
2nd and 7. Ritter back to throw. That's out wide here for Robinson. Touchdown, Falcons! Bijan Robinson. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Crew able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. 3 and 5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here, because to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5 and 5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3 and 6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down. From the gun, here's Cousins. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. 15 yards last play and 15 yards here this go-around. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Again, it's Cousins. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and the Falcons are going to have it here just past the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Just the one misstep for them at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they're on a 1st or 2nd seed come playoff time.
It's a big play there for Atlanta. 41 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson to about the 26 here.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
On play action, here's Ritter. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. That one goes for 24 yards.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
They get this out left, so they'll get nothing out of that play, and it's 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Ready?
Robinson will score. Touchdown, Atlanta. Well, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes...
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now a handoff to Chandler. He takes this for 3 to the 29. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, Cousins work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Loose inside the 30. Justin Jefferson, touchdown, Vikings. 71 yards. And the Vikings are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Ritter looking to throw on 1st and 10. Looking for London on the out route complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Ready.
Out of the gun, here's Ritter. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
On 1st down, Ritter. Into the hands of London. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave them with a 2nd and just a few inches left. The Falcons at 7-1 now on the year. And they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, You show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here, and if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason, and we know that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
Let's go now. Slide through.
Sticking with the passing game. Here's Ritter again. This ball down the field for Pitts. Oh, and that is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Ritter. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey.
Ready?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. The throw here, right sideline, falls incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On 4th down, Bradley Pinion on to punt for the Falcons. K.J. Osborne deep for Minnesota. And they'll go ahead and down this one right on the chalk of the 20-yard line.
I feel like you and I could be in our backyard with our dads right now. What did they always say when they were throwing us the ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That had the feeling of not happening there on that play, but he didn't have full control of the ball.
When that punch coming in, I don't have a return punch, but I would imagine it's tough to monitor those guys coming full steam ahead at you.
It really is. You try and get that peek to know where they are, about whether you should fair catch it or not. But sometimes you just have to have a sense, a feeling, and just have to make sure, number one, though, you catch the ball and put it away.
Here's Chandler on 2nd down. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
They need 12 here. It's 3rd down. To throw, Cousins. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
It's a gain of 25 yards. Minnesota.
Good route here.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. On 1st and 10, Cousins. Going back to the same well, it's Hockenson again. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
A gain of 12. And the Vikings first down.
A 1st down throw for Cousins. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
18 on the play. First down, Vikings.
Yellow.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. Touchdown, Vikings. T.J. Hockenson, 27 yards. And the Vikings have got it back to within a score.
An excellent, long, sustained offensive drive. And now they can look across the field and see a defense that looks a little bit beaten down. Right now, as an offensive coordinator, you're thinking to yourself, can I dial up the knockout punch?
Now Cousins going to bring his guys up for the 2-point try. They're going to try and run. And they are 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score.
Vikings 16. Joseph to kick off for Minnesota.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
2nd and 10. Ritter now. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick six, and then the two-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense. Everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. They find some open field here. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. A big play there just before halftime. 54 yards. The defense, they weren't fooled on that post route. They just couldn't make the play.
And the offense definitely tried to fool them because you saw the other route combinations, didn't you? Anything that they were running, trying to draw attention away from the deep part of the field, but still had it covered, yet they were able to come up with a nice play.
It's complete to Robinson. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
Ready.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Ready, go.
Robinson, he'll try the left side. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's 2nd and 10. Ritter. Checks this one down to Robinson. And he's brought down. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
That's a good effort there after the catch. He looked the ball in and then tried to get it to the goal line. What a nice tackle to get him down. But they're set up well now. 1st and...
And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Tyler Algier. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Koo now for the point after. And that will make this a 4-point game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Richie Grant. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their...
Mr. Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts in the final seconds of the first half. And the Falcons will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Cousins. And incomplete on the deep ball. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Here we go.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra hut, you know, that extra emphasis on it. Got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
Ritter completes this quickly. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. Off the play fake, it's Ritter. That one complete down the field to Smith. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Ready?
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
Here we go, set. Trouble, 38. Hut.
Ritter back to throw. Flush to his right. They'll get this into the hands of Hodge. And the Falcons are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's another Falcons.
Ready.
Looking to throw it here. Ritter. That's out wide here for Robinson. Touchdown! Bijan Robinson with his 3rd touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season. And the Falcons Falcons take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. And they're going to speed things up here. Throwing, Cousins. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches at the Falcons' 44-yard line.
A give running right, Moss. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Here's Chandler. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
A gain of a yard brings up second and 9.
They run it with Chandler. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
On third down, Cousins. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now Cousins on fourth down. This is caught by Addison, but they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. The Vikings unable to convert here on fourth, and the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Ritter throwing on third down. This ball down the field for Pitts. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Now Osborne to return it. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And it will be Vikings ball, first and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And that is going to do it for this start. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, we're good, we're good. Listen to me. Move, move.
Now Cousins. And his throw is incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that when he's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Now Chandler. And he is going to lose yardage here.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to pick up the Vikings. Moving and then some. From the red zone now, Cousins. There's Addison. Touchdown, Vikings. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Vikings have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking...
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Racing to the end zone. Touchdown, Falcons. Bijan Robinson, 81 yards. And the Falcons add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Well, that is certainly a deflator right there defensively. Their guys just came off of a touchdown drive. They're back in the game, and then bam, they give up a touchdown 1 play later. How about that?
And the momentum, which seemingly had shifted the other direction, thought we might be seeing a comeback. That momentum right back the other way.
Well, that is certainly not complimentary football that we saw right there. The defense is supposed to help their offense, not give up another touchdown.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Cousins. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Richie Grant. Down the left sideline. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Well, part of this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick 6 on the other side, and now they get a pick 6 of their own.
Yeah, they actually added
to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick 6 from earlier in this game.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still fourth down upcoming. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And now here's another interception. Trey Flowers picks it. And the Falcons are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball in a comfortable fourth quarter lead. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. So naturally, they will decline it. They got the first down anyway on the play.
Who needs a penalty when you picked up the first down through hard work and effort anyway? First down.
A give left side to Robinson. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's Byron Jones breaking up that play before it could really get started. Second down throw coming for Ritter. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And he'll get credit for a punt inside the 20, not by much, but inside the 20 at the 19-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Now a deep ball. The Vikings on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
That one good for 17 yards on fourth. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. First down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Counter play. Here's Chandler. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
Brought down back at the 32.
Throwing is Cousins. And his throw here's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. To throw, Cousins. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
Yellow.
Cousins will try and throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Bud Dupree. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they hope to polish things off, and what a run they are on as they try to turn a 6-game win streak into a 7-game win streak. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks. 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Hey, both leaders, baby.
22-yard line.
On the give, here's Robinson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking up the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge fourth quarter stop? On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. A 55-yard punt that time with a return of about 14. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. One last shot now for Cousins. And this is caught at the 20. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles.
Yeah. First off, my name Toad, but it's really Tobe Chuku. Got a BM that keep my season, that keep me fufu. Grew up wearing platinum fubu on the southwest eating fufu. And a hammer that I keep don't come with nails. Look, I ain't know who Bill Burr was until I met the man. Half my married to the street without a wedding band. I done peeped at all these rappers won't be secondhand. My pop said I'd be broken, barely eat. I should've bet the man. Yeah, cause I'm way up. Long ways from the days I'd even